Hi guys, welcome to the Saving Money Show with me, your host Sean. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but it seems like on first glances Neo has beaten expectations, but I haven't had a deep enough dive into it, so I'll have a look at it and get back to you. But what's been happening with the stock market? It seems like the money is coming out of the tech sector and being put into retail, travel and all these recovery stocks. Why is this? There's no cure or vaccine out. We have remdesivir, yes, but it's not flat out cure. So, don't know if you noticed, we had the same thing about a month ago. The airline stocks went up, all the restaurants and cruise liners went up, and then they come down just as quick when they realised that all this hope was for nothing. Basically what you do is you get people taking profits from their tech stocks and they want to know where to put it next. They go into the travel, the retail, because they think that something's going to happen there, and then what happens is they end up pulling out of it. Okay. And you have to decide, do you want to use this as a buying opportunity to get into tech when it's dropping? Do you want to be catching a falling knife? Because you never know, something good news might come out and it could keep on falling. Or do you want to go into biotech companies? And because last time the money shifted from all the cruise lines, airlines and restaurants, retail into biotech. Do you want to go into these restaurants and retailers thinking, oh well, eventually they'll come back, and if they start going up, I'll get on in the middle and ride it up? That is a question only you can answer. At the moment, biotech is undervalued. You have the likes of GlaxoSmithKline, who had their dividend reporting on Friday. So if they drop to low 1500 mark, I'll be snatching them up. I've picked up a few AbbVie. I'm looking at Pfizer because they've actually had good news come out, as have Gilead, and they've actually dropped. So we'll be looking at both of them. No one seems to be saying anything about Ardbus. You know, the company I reported on as having won a High Court ruling that Moderna's patent actually belongs to them, but that's because they didn't take it any further and take the patent off of them. They decided to make the smart move because they can't afford to manufacture all these doses, and Moderna had already been paid, so they won't get paid again for all these doses. They decided to be paid a royalty instead, and yet they're still losing money. Wait until the next earnings report and then we'll see what happens to the share price. I've picked up a few tech stocks, and you know, oh sorry, wrong thing. Picked up a few tech stocks. People are saying how Twitter have entered for TikTok, but I still think Microsoft will be the one to get it. Look at that. Apple, Google, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, all down. It's remarkable, really. You wouldn't, a few weeks ago, you wouldn't have even thought of it. I was asked to do some videos on what could cause a crash. I did video on why there wouldn't be a crash, why there would be a crash, and a hypothetical reason on what could cause a crash. And it was a case of Apple and another one of the FANG stocks suddenly crashing at the same time, and because of their weightings, it would be enough to send the rest of the market in a crash. Someone reported me and the video and disliked all my videos as a result. But that was the way people thought back then, that these stocks couldn't go down. They can, any stock can go down. It's just that people thought they were unkillable. Anyway, you need to be careful with your money. If you're going to go into these, do your research. For instance, you have Simon Property Group, which gives a 10% yield. Gives an 8% yield and is undervalued. Yeah, you have Cake, which, to tell the truth, has the growth potentials, but is already up. MGM, I said to you guys at 12. Look at it now. But it still has room to run. That's just something you have to decide. But there are plenty of opportunities out there where you can either get your growth or get your dividends in the meantime. If you're going to bet on a recovery, Pembina pipeline, you know, if you're betting on a recovery, it's a perfect example. Recovery means more oil being used. People won't more oil being used means more oil being transported. They have very little costs because they have the infrastructure. Anyway, and don't forget to hit that lovely like button, almost as lovely as me. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Become part of the Saving Money Show family. We give each other hints and tips and updates about stocks and shares we talk about on the show. As well as that, you can ask me to look into any share you want, and I don't charge a Discord fee or ask for a Patreon. All I do ask is for you to comment in the box below and hit the like button. Even if you disagree with me, especially if you disagree with me, I like a debate. And if I do something wrong, I want you to call me on it so I can improve the channel. And why not check out the links in the description below? There's lots of offers. I've used each one of them myself. I wouldn't give you links if I haven't checked them out myself. If you're looking for a free trading platform which should trade your stocks and shares, you can get a free share worth up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. A free trade only requires a £1 deposit. The others require £100 or dollars, depending on which one you go for. Stake has over 3,500 US stocks on their books, which is the biggest one outside of the US. Whereas Trading 212 is one of the best and easiest platforms to use. But as I said, I use all three. Anyway, on with the show. So now we head to Neo and their earnings. Now, their earnings, they've improved their cash flow, which has been a big sticking point for a lot of critics. They beat the guidance. The earnings per share was 10 cents. They've become profitable for the first time. Remember that when Tesla became profitable for the first time, they skyrocketed. Now, these guys went up 8%, and now they've dropped. Why? The only reason I can think is people bought in, and then you've got people profit taking. Remember, a lot of us came in at $3 a share, and this is not looking good. But presents a buying opportunity for us guys. I do think funds will be going in, but then you've got to ask yourself, have funds already gone in? Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, stay safe, stay savvy, stay investing.